I feel like TikTok kind of goes through like phases of what they obsess over, and recently the new phase that they've really been obsessing over is speculating on Uzi Vert's life, which is quite an interesting hobby. I've never like woken up and gone, hey, you know what? Today I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna start speculating on this person's life. I guess except for today. But what's in it for these TikTokers making videos like this? Well, as you can clearly see, hundreds of thousands of likes. Yeah, I mean, if you can get 800,000 likes speculating on Lil Uzi Vert, it's starting to make a little bit more sense on why they're making this content. But what started all this? Well, a couple weeks ago, Lil Uzi Vert surprised the entire world by implanting a $24 million diamond between his eyes, or I guess on his forehead, like he's Vision from the Marvel Universe.
Mom, can I please get my third eye pierced?
That obviously would raise some serious questions, to say the least. You know, things like, why would someone put a majority of their net worth on their forehead, between their eyes?
I want to know the details of how they got it on there.
Well, I think they implanted like 2 bars, like, in his head.
In his skull? Like they drilled?
No, I guess under his skin. I don't know if they actually did it on his skull or not.
That skin right there is so thin, though. I don't know how you would, like, stick it there, you know? It would be, like, hanging on a thread. Like, he could flip his hair and then it could fly out. I don't know.
I have no idea of the science behind how they implanted a diamond in his skull. I feel like it's such a massive safety issue. I mean, not only like does he have $24 million there, but a diamond's quite a bit harder than your skull. Yeah. So like if he tripped and fell and hit his head in the wrong area, I mean, that could like literally shove that diamond into his head. And then like the same thing goes for like if he's driving his cars and God forbid he gets into an accident and the airbag deploys, I mean, that airbag force could send that diamond through his head. The second cause of concern would be he has $24 million on his forehead. You have bank robbers who come guns blazing into a bank to get away with a fraction of that. So you are quite the big target when you have $24 million between your eyes.
Yeah, and I feel like he kind of is like a delicate bird of a person as well. He's like a fragile, like not even in a mean way, but like he better double up on his security after this.
I hope he has more than a security guard or two. I mean, like defending a $24 million diamond would be like private military level, I hope.
Yeah, someone could actually just pick him up off the road. If he doesn't have security and stuff trying to rip it off his forehead, they could just like swoop him up and carry him like bridal style and then bring him somewhere to rip the... He's just like a delicate type of person.
The whole situation just sounds scary. But enough of the negativity. I mean, like, is there a way for him to profit off of this? Obviously, he got a lot of promotion from doing this. Did he get $24 million worth of promotion for this diamond? I'm not sure, but there could be other ways of him profiting off this diamond. I mean, if he goes on to continuously have a successful career and he ends up, I don't know, either leasing that diamond out to like a museum, something like that, he could make money that way. He could also maybe even sell the diamond in the future. I don't know if Uzi Vert having this diamond on his head would actually increase the value of it or not. Maybe so. If you find a Uzi Vert fan who's also a billionaire.
eBay?
I don't know. That could be a very interesting eBay bid.
But can it be removed? That's my question. Like if it's removed, what is covering? I don't understand. Was skin removed there that would start profusely?
I have no idea because I'm definitely not a medical professional and I'm definitely not Aliante, I think was the guy who put it there, or he was at least the jeweler who sourced the diamond.
Yeah, but you know what he does have? He is, as far as we know, the first person to do some shenanigans like this.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a massive PR marketing stunt for sure.
It's cool to be the first person to do something, even if it is stupid.
But as of right now, everything that I've said now is just my initial reaction. So what does TikTok have to say about this?
So y'all know how Uzi said it could have killed him. He's 26, turning 27 this year. He's going to be a part of the 27 club.
I guess this is just clearly blind speculation, but it got 800,000 likes. So blind speculation clearly pays off.
Something I've noticed on TikTok is that people just make shit up. They just say
Oh, 100%. And you've seen it so many times. Like, what was it? The most recent one that got really big was the whole Jeffree Star and Kanye West thing.
Yeah, but I think she might get sued.
Oh my goodness.
But no, I see people just saying that's like not true all of the time. Mm-hmm. And it's just happening. I'm like, what?
So from what I'm seeing, it seems like Uzi is actually kind of feeding into this a bit. So I don't think he's going to sue any TikToker for this. But what more is there?
Can you do a video on Uzi and that damn diamond in his head? I got you. Lil Uzi Vert pays $24 million for a diamond on his forehead, and if it isn't removed the right way, it could be very fatal. Now, I do want to say, ain't no other rapper gonna do this except Uzi. And the reason being is because Uzi is very unique, different, and precise with his image. And I really would say Uzi is aware to some things to some extent. If you've been watching Uzi for a while, I'm pretty sure you remember he was talking about this lighter being an interdimensional being. Now, he may have been off the plants when he said that, but I can tell that he does have some level of awareness and he is open-minded. And speaking of being open-minded, he also watches Rick and Morty, and this is where he probably got it from. But this is where things get weird.
Listen here, at age 27, I will leave this earth for this man right here. He's the Pale Emperor.
Rick and Morty, this crystal was called a death crystal. I think this crystal helped him see how many times he would have. He said at age 27, he will leave the earth. He's 26 years old. This might be symbolic to a death crystal.
All right, there was a lot there. Let's unpack this. Okay, so Uzi clearly loves cartoons. I don't know if that's a direct reference to Rick and Morty, what he actually put between his eyes or not, because wasn't he planning on this whole diamond since 2017? I'm not quite sure when this episode of Rick and Morty aired. I hope he didn't get the idea of a $24 million decision from watching an episode of Rick and Morty. But we're barely just scratching the surface here because there's like a whole lot more parts to this. So let's see part 2.
Part 2 of Lil Uzi Vert's diamond on his forehead. In part 1, we came to the conclusion that this might be symbolic to the death crystal, shown in Rick and Morty right there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that this crystal is supposed to help you see how many times you would have. And in one of the scenes in Rick and Morty, I think Morty was using the crystals to prevent death. I'm not sure if you've heard of the 27 Club, but this is the 27 Club list. All of these celebrities chose to 27. Jimi Hendrix, Janis, Allen, Brian Jones, Robert Johnson, Kurt Cobain.
I mean, there's also people in that list that like did not choose to, and from tragic reasons and or like diseases, cancer. There's a whole lot. So I mean, like,
also, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think that it was intentional, the age as well. People took their lives and everything. I don't think it was like, oh, well,
27.
Trying to be cool. Like, I don't think it was. I think the entire, how do you say it? What is it? The 27 Club?
Yeah.
It's the scary part about it, or the eerie part about it, is the fact that it just so happens that everyone ends up. And it's like the most likely, and it's kind of spooky.
And we also know from part 1 that Lil Uzi Vert said that he will be leaving the earth at age 27 for Marilyn Manson. Leaving the earth. In his music video, Eternal Will Take, you can hear a voice in the beginning of the video that says the only way out is with us. He starts getting these coordinates to go somewhere. He goes to the location, spaceship comes down, and 2 women get out, stand beside him, and watch the spaceship explode. After that, everything goes in reverse, and then this scene pops up. All start walking somewhere, get to the location, then the UFO comes. Then they all start ascending up inside the UFO. I ain't even gonna cap, I think he wants this to happen, only because it falls through with the plan.
Leaving this Earth doesn't mean though. He could just be going to Mars.
He could be on top of the list of Elon Musk's SpaceX to
What if
jump to a different planet.
This is like a tease for that.
Yeah, let's really hope that's what they're talking about, because any other outcome is just a little sad. Okay, we're definitely deep down a Lil Uzi Vert rabbit hole here. Well, since we've gotten this far, we might as well just continue, because there's more parts. So let's hop into part 3.
Part 3 of Lil Uzi Vert's diamond on his forehead. If you haven't seen part 1 and 2, go check those out. They're up on my channel. So a lot of people from part 2 were saying that Lil Uzi Vert was mimicking Tsunade from Naruto. Hence his profile picture on Instagram. I was talking to the bros and they told me that Tsunade doesn't age and the thing on her forehead is purple. If you've been a fan of Uzi for a while, then you know that his hair color is symbolic. Hence when he dyed his hair orange, symbolical to joy, enthusiasm, and creativity. With Lil Uzi's hair now being purple, let's not forget that these 2 women are wearing purple. This is a quote
if the
by
women
Uzi.
in purple choose wear blue, they will start searching for love and rebirth. This means that they will take your soul and you'll be stuck at the age that was your best year.
The creation rebirth gives Tsunade a form of immortality. Kinda sounds familiar, right? Not only that, creation rebirth. If the women in purple choose to wear blue, they will search for love and rebirth. This means they will take your soul and you will be stuck at the age that was your best year. Hence the purple forehead and not being able to age. And then Eternal will take where he leaves the earth.
It's so much at once.
Yeah, this is like, how do I even start unpacking this? Okay. Clearly, Uzi puts a lot more thought into his music videos than what you see at first glance.
These are some inquisitive motherfuckers, I will say that.
I'm like stunned from that. I'm just like, whoa, okay, what do I even say to that? Other than, I guess we'll hop to the next part. Maybe there's a conclusion there.
It's the same guy again.
Oh, yeah, more parts. Shout out to Immortal Zen on TikTok, because if it wasn't for this guy, I don't think this whole situation would have blown up to the point where Uzi actually comes out in response to this, which we'll get to later on in this video. But now, let's watch the final part of this situation.
Am I the only one that's connecting dots here? So we all know Lil Uzi Vert recently got a 24 million diamond implanted on his forehead. He's 26 years old. He could, if the diamond isn't removed the right way. He said at age 27, he will leave Earth for Marilyn Manson. My only question is, why age 27? Why couldn't it be age 26 or 28? Then it got me thinking about the 27 Club. All these celebrities chose at 27. Why would you pay 24 million for an installment that you can possibly from? Here's where things get weird. Uzi quoted, if the women in purple choose to wear blue, then they will choose to search for love and rebirth. This means that they will take your soul and you will be stuck at the age that was your best year. You will live forever, but everyone and everything around you will disappear as time continues, unless they choose to stay. Uzi recently put Tsunade as his profile picture. Tsunade has a form of immortality, and Tsunade can't age as well. Speaking of not being able to age, Lil Uzi Vert's next album is Forever Young. If I'm not mistaken, I think he said that's his last album. In his short film Eternal Take, he was shown leaving with the women in purple.
Man, we are so far down the rabbit hole. I don't even know if there's any sight out of this rabbit hole. We are permanently in this rabbit hole. So clearly, this went viral. I mean, like the last video that I just showed right now has 3.5 million likes. These videos clearly had a lot of people worried. A lot of celebrities got worried as well. So much so that Fat Joe took a break from leaning back and being all the way up to call Lil Uzi Vert on his Instagram live stream and ask him a couple questions about this. And this is what happened.
Yeah, check this out. With something called a 27 Club. Could you break that down to me, Uzi?
When I was younger, I was a little bit more, I'm not going to say, because I'm not no liar. I keep it real with everybody. Everybody knows me. I'm turned up to the day I go. But when I was younger, I was a little bit more turned up and a little bit more, on the edge. And it's like, I know every person that they so-called have this 27 Club. Honestly, if you ask me, the 27 Club is every day where I'm from. It's just like, if this 27 Club is real, and they say that this is what's going to happen, it's my calling. So
he said it was going to happen.
I think that's going to happen because, come on, bro, we're in reality. But let's just say, it just crazy was to happen or something.
Do you remember throwback to a video we probably did maybe 6 months ago about, I think it was Bad Baby?
Mm-hmm.
And you said, one of my favorite quotes, nothing good ever comes from going on Instagram Live or something along those lines.
Yeah.
And here's this.
Yeah, again, a whole lot to unpack here. I don't even think Fat Joe is ready to comprehend all of that. He's just kind of lost, it seems like. But Uzi is essentially insinuating that he would fit in there.
Didn't he say if something crazy were to happen, well, then it would be his fate to be a part of it? But not that he would make something crazy happen, you know what I mean? Like, not that he is, like, preying on his own downfall, like, trying to live life like Final Destination movies or whatever.
Yeah, I hope not.
I got the impression that he would be accepting of it.
Mm-hmm. I think Fat Joe's goal here was to ease himself and fans, but that clearly didn't happen. But here's part 2 of his response, I guess.
So let me ask you a question, yo, Uzi. So that 27 Club, apparently they saying you want to when you 27 because of Maryland.
So I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not scared to die, but who the wants to die? And if I wanted, and if I already been through those stages of my life. If I wanted to, Joe, I'm pretty sure I'll be. I know how to make a hit record and buy a $24 million diamond. I'm pretty sure I would be if I wanted to.
He didn't even know how to respond to that. Fat Joe even had a second where he was looking back at his friend like, I am definitely not qualified enough to sit and talk to this man about what he may or may not do in the future when it comes to this stuff.
It seems like he's not seeking, but
he's also kind of responding by saying like, yo, there might be some merit to whatever these guys are speculating on TikTok, though.
Wait,
he's kind of playing into it a little bit.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I see that because that's how you keep people's attention or whatever. Keep people watching.
So do you think like this is just like 4D Chess album promotion?
Oh, we gotta enhance our brains.
Is he going this deep about how he's promoting his album? I mean, clearly this is getting a lot of attention.
It would be smart because then other people do it for you. Someone does this TikTok and you're like, all right. I think that he would do it regardless, but it also probably would help out with. But I don't take him as the type of person that would do it just for an album.
That's what I'm hoping for, because all the other alternatives are a bit sad, to say the least, very depressing to think about. Is Uzi Vert creating this puzzle for his fans to find out, or
I don't
is
think
this
so.
all by chance, or is Uzi Vert doing this as, an interesting publicity stunt?
I don't think it's like that. I don't think it's a game. I think it's more like some people aren't afraid to embrace or aren't afraid to die because of their beliefs, in the sense of maybe he believes he'll be reincarnated or something awesome in his eyes, so that's why he's not afraid.
I don't know. I hope that Uzi is at least safe and surrounded with loved ones, but that's all I could really hope for. But what do you guys think? Do you think this is all for promo, or do you think the TikTokers are onto something? Shout out the TikToker Immortal Zen for making this video possible, because I mean, like, from what I can tell, the only reason that Fat Joe actually got Uzi Vert onto his live to talk about this is because of the Immortal Zen videos. Drop a like on this video for some good luck, and so more people can see it. If you're new here, I welcome you to my channel. It'd be awesome if you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Baby, I'm crazy. You know I get so jaded. My mama told me I made it, but I'm still not up on no playlist, and I still hit up on my haters. Everybody else is so faithless, saying if you hate it, don't play it. But maybe I'm the one that needs changing, but I don't really want change, no. Think I get to where I wanna go.